Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Kodi, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Kodi's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give him while we are working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. Correction that we give is a tug and let go to the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Kodi's been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Kodi is seated nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first command they'll demonstrate is heeling, which is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Kodi take off doing that now. The command you want to use for this is Kodi heel, and then you just start walking and he'll fall right in line on your left-hand side. And we've also gone ahead and incorporated our sit command into this, so anytime Fred stops his feet, Kodi will sit. There's the automatic sit. That's important when you're heeling Kodi, that he walks nicely at your pace on your left-hand side without trying to pull ahead of you or lag behind. If he did attempt to pull ahead or lag behind, you say no, give a tug and let go correction to the training collar, repeat your command to heel, and then start walking again. Now the next command they're going to be demonstrating is our stay command. This is a hand and voice command. Fred's going to use the open flat of his left palm an inch or so from Kodi's muzzle and the one-word command to stay. He then walks out to the end of the training leash. Now this is a good exercise to build up self-control in Kodi. You want to start practicing this one at about a minute and work your way up in increments to about 3 minutes. And as Fred returns back to Kodi, he's going to walk all the way around him, providing an added distraction as he goes behind him, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Kodi holds that sit-stay throughout. Fred gives him a little praise and then heels him right out of it. We're going to show you a little more of that heel sit and stay. Here's the automatic sit. In true mastiff fashion, he does a little slow on the sit, but he does sit. They just kind of ease into it. Yep, now that time he didn't sit, so that showed you the tug and let go correction. And now he's going to give him the stay again. Walks out to the end of that leash. This time he'll demonstrate the recall command instead of returning back. Calls Kodi into him using his name. He comes in, has him sit right in front of him. And then our finish maneuver, Fred heels Kodi right around the back of him and gets him right back to that proper left-hand side heel position, and he sits. He'll demonstrate that recall one more time, so he has him in a sit, he gives him a stay, walks out to the end of that leash. And then he calls him in using his name. Kodi comes right into Fred. Fred's going to have him sit in front of him. And then our finish maneuver, Fred heels him right around the back of him to get him right back to that proper left-hand side heel position, and he'll sit. Nicely done. Fred gives him a little praise and then heels him right out of it. Now it's a good time to remind you want to practice all your commands with Kodi about 15 to 20 minutes a day. It helps to keep them fresh in his mind. You can practice inside your home or outside and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine with him. Now the next commands we're going to be demonstrating are our down commands. The first one's going to be down from a heel position. Fred's going to use the open flat of his left palm straight down to the ground and the one-word firm command to down. He then gives him a stay and walks back out to the end of that training leash. And this is another great exercise to build up that self-control in Kodi. You can start this one at 3 minutes and work your way up in increments till you get to about 5. Now as Fred returns back to Kodi, he's going to walk all the way around him as he did on his sit stay, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Kodi holds that down stay throughout until Fred heels him right out of it. We'll show you that down again when they come back around. Now for any reason Kodi does not respond to one of your commands, it's always important to follow through. So the first word out of your mouth would always be no, followed by a tongue and let go correction to the training collar, and then you're going to repeat your command. As when he first goes home, he is going to try to test you, so you always want to win. Shows you a little correction there. And now Fred's going to give him the down again, and the stay, and back out to the end of the training leash. This time he demonstrates that recall command right out of the down position. Kodi gets right up, comes into him, sits in front. And then the finish, after he shakes it out, Fred heels him right around the back of him and right back to his proper left-hand side heel position, and he sits. Nicely done. We'll give them a second to get lined up for our final command, which is down from a distance. This will be the down from a distance. You're going to have him in a sit, give him a stay, walk out to the end of your leash. It's the only time you're going to use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop him into a down from the end of the training leash. He then returns back to him once again by walking all the way around and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Alright, we've demonstrated for you the obedience commands we've worked on with Kodi here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Kodi, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.